And of course, we are actually going back to the region and the United States in many ways, because President Rivlin, that would be Ruvi Rivlin, Israeli President Reuven Rivlin, spent the evening at the White House, meeting with President Obama and taking part in the annual Hannukah celebration. Obama reaffirmed, as always, what he called the unbreakable bond between the U.S. and Israel, and Ruvi Rivlin then lit the White House menorah as the audience sang traditional Jewish songs. A very heartwarming moment. Now, it was warm welcoming, and one that some would argue is a stark difference to how the American president and Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu tend to interact. Rivlin, who holds the mainly ceremonial role of president, enjoys widespread popularity among Israelis since taking office in July 2014 after an unusually difficult appointment challenged at every turn by Netanyahu. Rivlin has become the dominant Israeli voice, urging tolerance, moderation, and justice. Above all, Rivlin, a less divisive figure for American Jewry, which is increasingly being splintered as Israeli and American policies under the current leadership have basically diverged. Let's first listen to what Ruvi Rivlin and Obama had to say yesterday and break it down.
I would like also to say that we are very grateful to you about your declaration about the need to fight extremism, whatever and wherever it is. And we are really going hand in hand with those ideas and these ideas. We have no war. We have no war with Islam. We have war against those who are using ideas in order to create extremism and threats towards the whole innocent people in the world.
I've been very clear in condemning the violence that is recurring inside of Israel, the need for leaders like President Abbas to unequivocally condemn the violence that's been taking place, the need to end incitement, although obviously this is a time at which the prospects of serious peace may seem distant. It's important that we continue to try.
Joined in studio still by Channel 10 diplomatic correspondent Moav Vardi, and of course Ami Kaufman with us. Also, Edward Redding from the research fellow at the Argov, I don't want to butcher this, the Argov Center for Study of Israel and the Jewish People. Good morning to you, and thank you for being with us. Moav, firstly you. What a happy party.
Yes, I think the...
Okay, no, you start first, and then I have a question.
No, I think, the story is about the tone, right? Not the words, but the music.
It's the tone, and I mean, we have these two, over the course, you'll agree with me, over the course of the last several years, it's Obama and Netanyahu and the press headlines bashing it out.
Yeah.
Here we have two people smiling, cheering, my God, look at this is so much fun. Everybody's happy, everybody's friendly. Rivlin clearly has put himself as a very clear voice, many people would say against Netanyahu, but what are we looking at here?
Yeah, I think that, let me take maybe not such a popular stand here, okay?
Please.
Okay, so it's very easy to have a nice Hannukah party when you are the president of the state of Israel and not the prime minister.
Because you don't make it's a role of pomp and circumstance.
No, because you are not a decision maker in terms of policy.
Right.
And if you are the prime minister of Israel, and if you are Benjamin Netanyahu, who believes that in the current situation it's very dangerous to have a Palestinian state, regardless of what you think about it, and you have a U.S. president an American president that thinks that it is essential to do it, there is a clash. Okay, so I'm not advocating Netanyahu, and Netanyahu made a lot of mistake in the way he handled the U.S.-Israel relations. He could done things otherwise. He could done things better. But at the core issues, there is a dispute between the foreign policy agenda of the U.S. and the foreign policy agenda of Israel. And when you are President Rivlin, it's very easy to make a detour. To make a detour, and above all. And I would say that, and regardless of what I just said, okay, I think there is a change of tone because President Rivlin is for rights of minorities, is vocally for anti-extremism, is for anti-any discrimination. thing that you don't hear from Netanyahu. Because when you hear Netanyahu say the Arab voters
are going on the buses
in droves,
and
this is single out a message regardless foreign policy. So Netanyahu has a responsibility for what has happened between him and President Obama, and Rivlin, of course, is representing something else. And you know, on the